Hello and welcome to week 17 of photoshoot prep, where I've went from 86.9 kg down to 75.9 kg, and it's obviously Friday now, so I think my weight's actually going to drop down by a good I would say probably about a kg in the next few days. I'm 11 kg down, and last week I basically had a full refeed week, so I'm not expecting to have lost a dramatic amount of weight. So on Monday there I weighed in at 0.3 kg lighter, which is overall a good thing. So I basically had a refeed week last week where I was eating about 500 calories extra every single day, but I didn't actually see it as that beneficial until it basically hit me on Monday, the sense that I had a kind of almost like a mental break from eating as low of calories. I didn't feel the energy increase that I expected from the refeed as I've felt on the refeed in the past, but because I had those refeed calorie days, like I said, I felt that kind of mental pressure taken off of me, and I came into Monday almost having caught like a second wind. I think, to be fair, I think part of this is also the fact that I can see the end in sight. I'm 5 weeks out from the photo shoot now at this point, and you know, it's very tricky to see the wood for the trees if you're so far away from it. You feel like it's a never-ending kind of horror story when you've got, 12, 13, 14 weeks to go and it's getting very, very tough. When you know that you're literally 4 weeks, I mean, by the end of this week, it'll be under 5 weeks out from the photo shoot. It's such a short period of time that I've got, and it's the only, like this whole year is the only time in the year that I'm going to be doing a cut. So it helps you really understand the fact that like this timeline's so short. End of September, I'm going to be completely over and done with this. I can eat a bit more food, I can enjoy myself. It's literally end of August now. The time's going to go by fast anyway. You may as well just push through. And that's a kind of really good tip for you to remember though, just with regards to the refeed days. The psychological benefits sometimes, and the mental benefit from increasing the calories and having a bit of a diet break when you're in a fat loss phase. It's like I said, it's not just a physical thing where you're like, right, I feel more ready to go, I've got more energy. That obviously comes, and it will come, and it'll be more beneficial even for you if you're just doing a normal fat loss phase and not a photo shoot prep. But the mental benefit from giving yourself a little bit less pressure to hit a specific calorie target every single day and be on as low of calories is really beneficial, and it really kind of puts things in perspective, and it helps you attack the rest of the cut with a much higher intensity basically. And I think arguably it allows you to lose weight faster and get better results as a result of that, because you're less likely to want to binge in your diet if you can have consistent kind of breaks away from that diet. Training basically started off really well in the week for me. I didn't train on Monday because I just didn't have enough time, but on Tuesday I trained and I did my back and biceps day, and it went very, very well. I'm overall happy with it. I ended up actually hitting a few PBs on some of the movements, and even though I hit a PB on the back compound lift, I think it was partly due to the fact that I had higher calories all of last week to kind of carry me through to hit that PB. But just as a general rule of thumb for me now at this part in the photo shoot prep, I basically switched my focus to hitting PBs on smaller isolation movements and single joint exercise such as bicep curl, lateral raises, things like that. Things that aren't going to tire you out as much, aren't going to cause as much systemic fatigue and neural fatigue. Whereas if you look at something like a bench press or a squat, it's going to exhaust you as far as taxing your system and causing a lot more fatigue than you need at this point in the photo shoot prep. In fact, you're also going to be more likely to hurt yourself because your form's going to be broken down because you don't have as much energy, etc., etc. So when you're at this point in photo shoot prep, or when you're really deep into a cutting phase, you need to accept you're not going to get massive PBs every single week on heavy compound lifts unless you're very new to the gym. So you could focus on, like I'm doing now. I mean, I've obviously been training for 3 or 4 years, 2 years consistently after an injury, and I've still been able to make progress in this aggressive cut. Now, I don't know how long that's going to last for, but the progress I'm making for the most part now, except for Tuesday, is on things like I said, side delts, biceps, triceps. So as long as you go into the cut with that mindset, and the worst mindset you can go into as you come towards the tail end of the cut is, I'm just going to sack off training altogether. I'm not even going to try to train hard, because that's when you actually lose muscle. So don't think you can't make progress in the cut, and sure as hell don't think that you can't maintain the weight you can lift in the cut. Because if you stop maintaining the lifts you were lifting prior to the cut or at your peak just before the cut got hard, you're going to start to lose muscle, and that's when The fat loss phase is actually super counterproductive. The photo shoot prep is super counterproductive because you'll actually look worse on the day and look skinny. So basically my goals every day essentially are hitting 14k steps every single day, doing 100 calories of cardio basically every single day, sticking to now 1900 calories. The calories have been dropped down by 100. Getting around 8 hours sleep if I can, and making sure I eat food, you know, 1 or 2 hours prior to bed, so I've got good digestion, etc, etc. Take my supplements basically. And I thought I would also share a really massive benefit that I've found from this cutting phase is I've focused on being as disciplined as I possibly can with those habits and routines. And what that's also really done for me is help me lock in on my workloads, right? So I'm obviously a coach. I coach online and in person, and as far as my productivity and my ability to work hard, it's never been better, right? Because I feel so locked into the habits and routines of my training and fitness. It's almost like that saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything, which I 100% agree. If you can smash one area of your life, it can give you kind of that bump up and increase the momentum for other areas of your life, right? So because I've increased the standards as far as my physical health with my coach, it's also helped increase the standards with my mental, the mental side of things and the work I have to do every single day for my coaching business. So overall, don't think that the photo shoot prep or the fat loss phase is only literally just for the physical benefits. It's also for the mental benefits as well, and helping you feel more locked in, pushing against habits that aren't good for you mentally or physically, and basically being able to push through and become mentally tougher as a person. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Going over a bit kind of an insight into my photo shoot prep. Like I said, I'm very close to the photo shoot day. I'm basically about 4 weeks out from today until, well, I'm around 3-ish weeks out from when the cut is completely finished and I've lost all the body fat I want to lose, 3.5-ish weeks. So the time's going by so quickly, and I can see the end in sight now, and it's motivating me, knowing what I'll look like, knowing what my clients are going to look like, the other 3 that are doing it alongside me, and I'm really excited, to be honest. Another thing I'm really excited about is I'm going to Greece a day after the photo shoot, well actually 2 days after the photo shoot. So I'm going to be shredded. I'm going to have a bit of a pump on. I'm going to be able to train hard in Greece too, because I will have had a few bits of food, and I'm going to look my best yet on the beach, which I'm excited about as well. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want more tips like this and more kind of insights into fitness, training and nutrition, then obviously watch more of my YouTube videos. If you want to follow me at Tom Wilson PT on Instagram, then please do. The link is in the description of this video for my Instagram. If you want to lose body fat completely for free inside of my 4-week free fat loss program, Fat Loss Kickstart, then sign up below by filling in your details and I'll get you started on that straight away. And other than that, have a good day.